The project of the Isuzu is just going to be held up for a little while because I found out that Diesel Injection Pump UK had a gasket set for the back of here, and you could see when I took the gasket off I broke it. And it's too difficult to make. Well, it isn't too difficult to make, but it's real chew on. The gasket set just for that back piece here was 17 quid. I couldn't find a gasket locally, so that was 17 quid plus shipping. So that's just held up, but I think that's going to work fine. No problems there. Digging through the container the other day looking for a cable for somebody, I actually found a choke cable. That's going to be brilliant. So the little cable that broke here, I'm going to make that hopefully today. When it comes, I've got some bicycle cables coming from Amazon. That's the best thing to make these out of. But they were, I had to buy 4 bicycle inner cables for like $8, which was pretty cheap. It's cheaper than getting one from a local shop. And that's the sort of stuff that really comes in handy. What else? Intercooler. Now let me go take the camera around the other end and we'll have a look. So let's have a look at the car where the intercooler is going to go, or the vehicle. It's going to go just behind these supports here, because I had another intercooler in before, this bad boy, with 2 pipes in, which went snugly down there and allowed me to fit that to a 300 TDI, because there was a 300 TDI in here before. Unfortunately, it would take a lot of, well, not a lot, but a bit of messing about, cutting, grinding and what have you, to move the pipes, because that intercooler looped back on itself, so all the pipes are at one side, which I wanted for the 300 TDI. What I want to do on this one is somehow connect a pipe to here, come across here, round through the intercooler and back into here. Now I've been on a shopping spree. I found on Amazon, not on Amazon, eBay USA, an intercooler that is the same length as that one. It's a bit smaller. That one's 11 inch and I found an 8 inch one. Well, it doesn't really matter, anything's better than nothing. For how much was it now? $130 including shipping from the States, so that's not too bad. And that gets me out of a pickle worth nothing. So if anybody wants an intercooler that'll fit a 300 TDI without tears, there's one there. Now, how did I fit it? Well, let's have a look back down here. This is the original mounting for your radiator. You can probably see it. I'll move across here a bit. That's it. So that's the original mounting. I just got a bit of angle, drilled a hole in it, put the rubber in, and the radiator plonks in there. Because on this setup here, I've got electric fans, look, you see. Oops, and very wet electric fans, you know. So I'm just trying to keep that off the floor, what a buppet. So that's going to work. That's going to work out kind of nice. Electric, and it's close. I couldn't fit the Isuzu fan on here, so I just got a couple of electric fans. That radiator, by the way, is out of a Rover V8, a Defender V8, and JP made me some adapters to go onto. Oh, it's wet now, I might as well show you. So on the Rover V8, they had a 90-degree bend here that sort of came round. There it goes again. So it had a bend on there. So he made me that little adapter out of aluminium. And for the bottom hose, he made me a little adapter. I'm terrible films today. Between this hose and that's the bottom hose off a Defender. So that worked out kind of nice. So when I do the intercooler, I'll just drill a hole through the side of this wing here with a hole saw, and I'll make some brackets for it. So that's going to be nice, isn't it? So today's job, I'm going to think about this turbo, because like I say, parts have to come from the States for the intercooler. What else did I order? Oh, the gasket set, that's right. So this turbo has always leaked here. it's got like piston rings in it, and they were a pain in the ass. So what I'm thinking about doing is seeing if I can get a pipe to go over the top of that, an exhaust pipe, and sweep it round. So today I'm going to take this piece off and see if I can prep up that intake, the outlet, turn it round. I might have to take the turbo off, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's just the mess about day to day. Now, you wonder why I haven't put the valve cover on. That's so I can see the position of top dead centre. It is on the crankshaft on top dead centre down there, but when I put the pump on, I want to put it smack bang right where it goes. I don't want it to be a tooth out because it's on a gear, which is kind of nice, but I want it to be in the right place. So I got this piece of exhaust off. You can see what I was saying about these piston rings here. They're supposed to be loose, but they're all got tight, and that's why it was blowing, and it was blowing out the flange a bit here, so that has to go. So I'm just experimenting, because now I've got bags of space. I just have to reroute a couple of cables and things like that, but I can get right underneath there. Now I have the opportunity of getting some mandrel bent pipe. Mandrel bending means it's a nice smooth bend. If I got this bent at a shop here in town, it would be all like a lobster tail, it would be all knackered. So I can get 135 degree. I actually have to get them from UK, but so yeah, well, wait a minute. So I can get a 135 degree. So I made a paper template to see what a 135 degree would go to, and well, it's okay, but it could be better. So I've just contacted a local shop, well, local, it's in Ontario, who does 180 degree bends, and I'm thinking that that might come out just about down here, because I've got a clear space to get the vacuum pump off, and of course to get away from any heat. Well, that might just work out nice, and I can make a bracket to come off these bolts here onto the back of the pipe. So that's going to sort that out. The air cleaner and the snorkel, I think I might just put it over there. I really do. I think I might just put it over there and get rid of that piping. Should work. We'll see. I'm just making it up as I go along, really. So, what's new? Well, the cables are here, so let's go and make a cable. So we're at the other side of the bench now, so you can see my overflowing toolboxes. We're going to replace this cable. I'm at this side because all the injector pump bits are in front of me. So yeah, we're going to replace that little cable. We've got some bicycle cables here, which were a big, I think they were $10 including tax, for 4. It comes with a packet of things. Made in China, who'd have thought it? Oh, yeah, these are going to be long enough, aren't they? Yeah, so that we only want one. We'll be able to do about 15 of these. Now, you're going to be asking yourself, why don't I just make one big long cable to go straight to the cab? You know, like using this. Well, I can't attach it to the back of the pump. So that's why they've put a small section on, like this bit, and then it attaches onto here, so then you can put your cable onto there. Simple, isn't it? So all we're going to do, I'll do this live and then you can see me make a mess of it. On the ends of these cables there already is a little, what would you call it, a furrow? So we've got to make sure it goes through the pump, and it doesn't. Look, see down here, look. See, it doesn't go quite through there. It's a bit bigger than the original one. Oh, well, it's called me a liar, I got it through. Must be a standard type of size. So that's how it should go. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? So, we don't have to cut that down. Just try and get it out now. There we go. So we can quite safely take this piece out and cut it just about the same length, but a little bit longer. So this little piece here is going to go nice and snug inside of there, and that's where the cable will come through, so it'll pull on that bit, and I've got room to tighten up. Oh, this just gets better, doesn't it? So let's make a cable. Now we want it that long. We're going to use one of those little clips here, clips a connector for the Land Rover heater, so that's going to make it nice. It'll sit in there lovely. Now what I did was, while I was looking and messing about, I ran some solder on here. You can see where it's soldered, and because to cut it, we're going to cut it with a chisel, because I haven't got a special tool to cut it with, and cutting it with pliers is not recommended because this is usually stainless. It's not very good for your pliers, but we're going to cut it to length. So we want that length plus the bit that snapped off plus that bit. So we want to cut it, we'll cut it a little bit longer, around about here. We'll come back. So there you go, nice sharp cut, and hopefully this cable will go through there without any messing about. So we'll fit that to that. There we go. So that's the rid of that. Where's that end piece again? This piece here. Through there. Down there. Now, because we can adjust that, for now, I'm going to leave this until it gets on the pump. And then we can make, on this end of this cable, a similar furrow to this, or alternatively we could use one of these, but this one's a bit too small, but it'll go inside there, if you see what I mean. And that's it, it's done. It's really easy. Do we need an adjuster on here? No, I don't think so, because it's got an adjuster here. So it's got an adjuster cable here, or something to fasten it down with, and another one there. So we only need one. So that's it for now. Stuck for exhaust. I'm waiting for that phone call. It's been half an hour, they haven't called me back yet, so I'm going to give them another call and see what the dimensions of that U-bend is, and start to order some bits and pieces up. So that's it for now. See ya.